Well, from Nablus in the West Bank, we're joined by Evie Solly. She's an activist from the International Solidarity Movement, and her work currently involves supporting olive farmers in collecting their harvest. Welcome to the program, Evie.
Thank you.
Are you hearing me okay, Evie?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Evie Solly, can you hear me?
No. Yes, I can
that's
hear
a
you.
bit better. Hi, welcome to the program.
Hi.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Why would olive farmers need your help at this time?
If they need our help?
Why would they?
Oh, why would they? First of all, in the West Bank, we have several settlements, illegal settlements. Several of the settlers are armed. They're very violent to the farmers. What we have seen is that the settlers attack farmers who are working on their land. And we choose as ISM to be there with the farmers. We go out with them and we try to document what's going on, and we try to de-escalate situations with our international presence.
Do the farmers appreciate this work that you do with them?
All the farmers we are working with, yes, they do appreciate it very much. They're asking us to go with them, and they're treating us like family out in the field. I would say they appreciate us very, very much.
When you've been there during this harvest period and you've seen some of what happens, explain to our viewers how difficult that situation is.
We face several difficulties. First of all, what we are most concerned about is the settler violence. The olive harvest just started now, but we are working very close to the settlements. We see how anxious the farmers are, because what we have seen just 6 months ago, 2 young boys were shot and killed in the field while working on the land. This is only one example on how the settlers behave. So we see the families we are working with, they're very, very anxious to go to their land. Some of them don't dare to go close to the settlement because they think they're fear for their lives and health. Also, some areas we can't even access because of the illegal apartheid wall, and also fences around the settlement that close off the areas. I mean, a lot of dunums or olive trees are located behind what is now illegal settlements in the West Bank. So this is some of the difficulties. And also settlers are coming to the Palestinian land to steal olives. Like in some villages that we're working, the settlers have already been on the olive trees stealing Palestinian olives. And this is why we have to start the harvest so early, to actually take the olives before the settlers steal them.
How do these hardships affect the communities from what you've seen?
I'm sorry?
How do these hardships, the settler violence, the fact that they can't sometimes get to their own products, affect these communities?
How do the Palestinians react to this, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, the Palestinians are, they are very experienced when it comes to resistance, but what we see in dealing with settlers, there's not much to do because the settlers are armed. They're very dangerous. We have seen several attacks. So what the Palestinians are doing now is to ask internationals to go with them. Since we have cameras, we can document what's going on. We can also try to interfere when the settlers are coming down. We can interfere with the army, who are also present many times. What the army also is doing, they come there and they are just watching what's happening. I mean, if the settlers are attacking Palestinians, the army will just stand there and watch. The Palestinians are asking us to come because we are all together hoping that if in our presence, maybe the army will see that there are internationals there and maybe try to prevent extreme violence from the settlers.
Do you know what happens when internationals are not there, Evie?
Yes, I know. What we have seen, the example I mentioned, like 6 months ago, 2 young boys were working in Awarta, which is a village close to Nablus city, where we are based. They were only working on the land, watering the olive trees, working in the field. when settlers came down from the settlement and shot them several times, and they died. This is reality. This is what happens for the Palestinians working on the land, harvesting their olives, and this is what we wish to prevent.
And did a very good job at raising that profile. Evie Solly from the International Solidarity Movement, thank you very much. And of course, don't forget that you can text us your comments or perhaps your reaction to what you've just heard on this program or in any edition of Remember Palestine. That SMS number for you is +44 7800 000 377, or send us an email. It's rp@presstv.co.uk, and we look forward to hearing and reading all your comments. Now our very own Lauren Booth, she met up with Le Trio Jorban. They're a trio of talented oud-playing brothers, and let's say they dance on strings. Here she is speaking with Samir, Wissam and Adnan.
Welcome to Remember Palestine. Thank you for joining us. First of all, Samir, what is it about your oud playing as a group that makes it different from other styles of oud playing?
Thank you for this beautiful question first. I would like to say that it's not the point of being different, it's the point of having your own identity, because it's the first time three ouds playing together as well. So if you just listen to the sound of these three instruments, there is the identity of Jorban music.
The sound of three ouds, why is that such a rare thing?
Musically, because it's hard to make. We had a big challenge to make such a trio, because in the Arabic music there was no, first of all, there was no instrumental music, obviously, before. The idea of the three oud, it asks us to use a lot of techniques, musical techniques or methods that doesn't exist in the Arabic music, to choose what we don't want to use and to keep what we have as identities, as improvisations, as personalities of each one of us, and a sense of being honest in your improvisation as well, and touching the people with the feelings. That was a big challenge for us.
Mahmoud Darwish has been a great influence on your music. Describe what effect he's had on your career.
We know him personally, we know him as a friend, we know him as a father. We know all of his philosophy, we know all of his joy, all of his happiness. He's the other name of our land, he's the other name of Palestine. His words make our fingers dance on the strings. Darwish is the only inspiration for Le Trio Jorban.
Obviously, politics is never very far from the Palestinian experience. Do you bring politics into your music, or is it separate?
We are not politicians. We are not trying to lie or to make any story. We are giving music that comes from heart. We are here to give a message from the Palestinians. So our role is to give the message, and the right message, for all the people that they don't know about Palestine, or they don't know what we are looking for.
Political music, there is no such a thing like this. The music is more open and more had the third dimension, more metaphoric. But yes, we are militant. Yeah, we are very militant to our case. And we are very proud to be Palestinians. And all the time we feel that the stage is the place that we are free to express what we want. We are more powerful than Obama himself when we are on stage. The stage, this is the border of us where we can express all what we want.
Well, Le Trio Jorban, thank you very much for coming on to Remember Palestine. Good luck with your talk.
And if that left you looking for a little bit more Le Trio Jorban, keep an eye out for the upcoming album and, of course, the performances. Now, from you, the viewers, remember that we never forget your role in our show. Here is Amin Al-Khatib with your contributions. Take it away, sir.
Thank you, Amina. This week we've been sent this short animation by Iman Komiye from London. And it's a short animation that reflects on her childhood back in Palestine. And she does it through the life of a 6-year-old boy who's seeking a normal childhood, but unfortunately is faced with the harsh realities of war. The animation attempts at campaigning against the consequences of war. And in this animation, we'll be able to see the kind of work that she's managed to reflect through her personal experience. Let's have a look. If you would like to see the full version of this, then you could check it out on stolendreamsonline.com. Also, if you have anything similar to this or any artwork or suggestions for our show, then you could send it to us on rp@presstv.co.uk. You could also leave us your comments, opinions and suggestions on our Facebook page for Remember Palestine. Now that's it from me this week. Back to the studio. Amina.
Thank you, and sadly that's all we have time for on today's program. But let me leave you with these words from the first leader of the Palestinian Liberation Organization, Yasser Arafat. He says, "I come bearing an olive branch in one hand and the freedom fighter's gun in the other. Do not let the olive branch fall from my hand." And that's all from Remember Palestine. Until next time, thanks for your company. Goodbye.